Hi all, in this tutorial you'll learn how to create a website using WordPress for free step by step. WordPress is an easy to use content management system made for beginners, but the results it creates are highly professional. It makes it very easy to customize and create your own website for free, and you don't need to be technically minded to do that. It's as easy as it gets, and this tutorial will guide you through that. If you follow this video to make your own website, this is what you will have live and functioning in about the next hour. You'll see it has drop-down menus. The menu items will link off to their pages. We'll show you how to implement a custom sidebar like you see here, add text, images, add some content on your home page, and a dynamic Google map so customers can find you easily. Furthermore, it's mobile friendly. As you can see here, the layout is responsive, which means the layout changes based on the screen size of your mobile device. And the map is still responsive. The only essentials required to build your website for free is about 1 hour of your time to follow this video, your own .com domain that you'll own, which costs about $12 a year, that's only $1 a month, and web hosting, which we'll show you how to get for 1 cent. The web design, setup, and management is all free, and will always be when you use this awesome WordPress platform to manage your site. In the description below there is a link that takes you to a website called HostGator. Alternatively, you can go to your web browser and type in hostgator.com. I'll show you the easiest way to get a domain and hosting in one hit without any fuss. And the reason I choose HostGator is because I've used them for about 8 years myself, and I trust their service. I'm very happy with their service, so I can happily recommend them to anybody else out there. Furthermore, the rest of this tutorial will be done using my HostGator account, so if you decide to choose another host, go for it, there's no issue. But just keep in mind that you may not be able to follow this tutorial step by step. HostGator also give you a 20% off coupon for your first order. I'll show you in a second how to get your first month for 1 cent, only 1 cent, or alternatively a bigger discount of any other packages you choose. I'll show you that in a second. Go to View Web Hosting Plans. Here you'll see 3 plans. The main difference between the hatchling plan is it only allows a single domain to be hosted, as opposed to a baby plan which allows unlimited domains. If this is your first website, you won't need a number of domains. You only need a single domain for your business website. Therefore, it's more than enough to choose the hatchling plan, which also happens to be the cheapest. So click Order now. You will need to make sure you register a new domain if you haven't already got one. For this tutorial, I am not going to register a domain for myself. I have for my other tutorials, but I won't be registering a new domain for this tutorial. So I will skip that for now. But you should enter the .com you would like to own. For example, ABC Shop site. And the service will actually check to see if your requested domain is available. Otherwise, it will show you a unavailable message and you'll have to enter another choice. When you have found a domain that's available, scroll down. Under billing cycle, you can get your first month for 1 cent. Just hit 1 month, scroll down, deselect any hosting add-ons. You can always add these later if you need them, but at the moment they aren't absolutely essential, especially if it's your first website. Delete anything in that coupon code area and type in 1 cent genius. 1 CENT GENIUS. IUS and click validate. Now when you scroll down, you'll see that the service will charge you the $12.95 for the domain, and that's yours to own. You'll have ownership over that .com, and your first month of hosting will simply be 1 cent. Now if you already have your own domain, you won't need to purchase one here. You can enter your existing domain in here. And then you can clearly see hosting for your first month is 1 cent. Alternatively, if you are choosing a larger billing cycle, for example 12 months, HostGator gives you a 20% off discount there, but once again, go down to the coupon code, delete what was initially in that coupon code area, and enter host most 50 HOSTMOST 50 and click validate, and I guarantee you that will give you a bigger discount than the default 20% off that HostGator gives you for your first order. So make your mind up. If you're not keen on spending too much initially and testing how this tutorial goes for you, then definitely go up and select the 1 month option and enter the 1 cent Genius coupon code to get your first month for 1 cent. Then scroll up, select a username and a security pin, and enter your billing information accurately, because HostGator will send you a confirmation email in a few minutes and you'll need that information for the next step. After that's done, scroll down, tick the I agree box and create an account. This here is the confirmation email that you will receive from HostGator after creating your account. You need to just go to this link here for your control panel. In the next screen, enter your username and password to log in. My username and password is a little bit different, but just copy and paste the details given in that confirmation email and hit login. This will take you to what's known as your HostGator control panel. It's where you control your hosting account and everything that ties in with it. You'll only need to access this screen once, and that is now to install WordPress. Once WordPress is installed, you'll have your own WordPress dashboard to log into, and that will allow you to control your entire website, and if any updates you want to make, and absolutely everything will be configurable within the WordPress dashboard. So to install the WordPress CMS, go down, click Quick Install under Software Services. WordPress. Continue. On this page, select your .com domain that you previously purchased, or one that belongs to you, the one you want to install the WordPress CMS on. In this example, I'm using a subdomain. The one I'm going to use is newsite.jimsphysio.com. Now yours won't look like this. Yours will simply look like jimsphysio.com. This is known as a subdomain. The only reason I've done that is so I don't need to purchase a new domain for this particular tutorial, so ignore that. So select your domain from the drop down, leave this field blank, disable auto upgrades, enter your best contact email address, your blog title can be your business name, and for this I'll just leave it as admin. Then click Install Now. This has just installed the powerful WordPress CMS onto your website. The admin login section for your website will always be yoursite.com/wp-admin. So just keep that handy, write it down if you need to. Click that. And enter the username and password. The first thing I would recommend is changing your password to something you actually remember. So to do that, go to Users, All Users. Click on your admin user. Scroll down and enter your new password. And that will actually replace this password here. So make sure you note those details down, because you'll need to access this admin section every time you want to make an update to your website. This is the whole control panel for your website. It's the engine of your website. Everything will be configured using this interface here. Next, go to plugins. If you've got the Jetpack plugin activated, deactivate that. Same for the Mojo Marketplace, deactivate that. And same for Supercache. The reason being, I just want to start with a clean slate and don't want you to have anything installed that you don't absolutely need. Then go to Posts, All Posts, and also open up All Pages. Delete the default. That's easy. Next, go into Settings, General. Now, in front of your website, which will look like this, enter a www. And for the next field as well, and hit Save Changes. This will prompt you to log in again. The first thing we can start doing is work on that awesome design that we showed you at the beginning of this video. Let's start setting that up. You'll see there's a link in the description below to a page on our eMediaCoach.com website. That page will have some resources that you will need to access to be able to install this theme. I'll just bring that across. I need you to install this Vantage theme. So click on that, save file, save it somewhere you can access easily. Then back in your WordPress dashboard, go into Appearance, Themes, Add New, Upload, and now we want to upload that theme that you just downloaded from our website. This is the Vantage theme. We did not produce this theme. All credit goes to its owners at siteorigin.com. Install now. This may take a while. And then activate. There you go. If you have a look at what your site looks like now, you'll see it is already up and running. And the basic layout of your website now appears. Now we'll go and customize this to make it look like what we showed you at the beginning of this tutorial. Go into Home Page. We want to install Page Builder. And activate. Back in Appearance and Homepage. Turn the switch to on. Now Page Builder is a tool that lets you easily set up your layout for your website and adjust your layout at any time very easily by dragging and dropping and adding different bits and pieces where you need to, and I'll show you how to do that. First of all, delete everything that's there. Okay, so now we're starting from a blank slate. Add a new row. In this row, we want just 2 columns. Add. Now add another row. In this row, we'll have just 1 column. Add a widget. Scroll down and add the Vantage headline. So this one we'll call and I'm just going to copy and paste some dummy text. Click Done. Then add another Vantage headline and simply drag and drop into the next field here. Edit and enter your second headline. And once again, I'll copy and paste some dummy text that I have with me. Click Done and save. That's added these 2 boxes here. So I'm going to show you how to add these bits and pieces. Obviously you can go back and do all that yourself. Next, I'll show you how to add a Google map. Add widget, this time the text widget. Drag and drop that into this box here. Now, to add a dynamic Google map, go to google.com. Now you need to enter your exact business address, your exact street address. That way customers will be able to easily find you. As an example, I'll use 5th Avenue, New York. Now this is obviously not an exact address, but it will do for the purposes of this example. Then click on the little gear icon here. Share and embed map. Embed map. Choose a custom size. Make it 1200. Will and truly be the full width of your screen. And this is the height. You can muck around with this. You can make it taller, shorter. For now, let's stick to 350. Now get this link, just copy and paste. You can add a title and click done and save the home page. Let's refresh our site. There we go. We've got our 2 panels and we've got our home page map. Next, I'll show you how to adjust this menu area so that it looks like what we showed you in the example. Go back into your WordPress dashboard and into theme settings. Under layout, ensure that masthead menu is the default masthead. Ensure the masthead layout is the default masthead. The masthead menu is empty menu and the footer is still default footer. Save settings. One more thing, let's make this a boxed layout. You'll see what that does in a second. So if I refresh that, you'll see it's now a boxed layout. I much prefer this, it's definitely just up to you. And now we'll go and add the menu items. Go into widgets. Under header, drag and drop the custom menu. Now currently there are no custom menus, so we need to create some. You can call this the header menu, and you can add any links that you require. Now to give you an example, let's add some pages to our website. And publish. These are all content pages. You could do anything you like with this editor. Anything you would with, for example, MS Word. It's as simple as clicking, linking, etc., etc. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so I'll just refresh this. Now, if you've already created pages, they'll appear in this box here. You can edit or delete any of these items from the header menu. Or if you want external links, simply enter them here. And you can add any links you need to your menu. This is the fun part. To create a drop-down menu, all you need to do is drag and drop and indent so it becomes a sidebar item, as you see here. So if I do that for these, one more thing you need to do is check the primary menu setting, save menu, and back in widgets, we need to select this new menu from the drop down and save. Now refresh our website. And there you go. You'll see a drop down menu appear. So obviously create pages for things such as all your products, your services, create a contact us page, create an about page, and create pages for all your products and all your services, and then go back into the menu structure item, and you'll be able to add them here. Perfect, there you go. These link off to each one of your pages. Next, let's update this slider image so you can put your own images relating to your business. The one thing I suggest is you take original photos of your own business or products or services and upload them so that they can appear here. I will show you how. First, let's just close all these other pages we don't need. Okay, so back into your WordPress dashboard, I need you to go to plugins. Now back on our website, the eMediaCoach.com website, I need you to download the ML Slider plugin. I'll bring that up for you right now. There it is. So download that MetaSlider plugin. Save it somewhere on your computer. Now in plugins, add new. Upload. And select that file. And activate. Go to MetaSlider Lite. That tab will appear if you've activated that correctly. And create your first slideshow. Here you can take the images that you've produced for your business and add them as new slides. So what you can do is go to your desktop or wherever your files are stored, your image files, and add them to this interface here. So select files. Mine are located here. And open. As you can see, that will upload the photos. And add to slider. Here are some key settings that you will need to pay attention to. Change width to 1080. Height you can muck around with later on. For now, leave it as 250. Everything else you don't really need to worry about except the slide delay. This is basically the time each slide will appear before the next. So 3000 is 3 seconds. This number is in microseconds. So let's change it to say 6 seconds. And one last very important thing, change theme to Vantage Flex and hit save. Okay, now go into your appearance and theme settings. Under the Home tab, now select the new slider. This is the new one that we've just created. Save settings. If you reload your WordPress site, there you go, you've got your new sliders, your new image sliders, and it will transition every 6 seconds. That looks really good now. Users will be able to easily navigate through your website if you've set up your menu items correctly, linking to all your services or products and everything else that's on your website. They've got a dynamic Google map to find you, and that makes it extremely user-friendly, especially for users that are on the go. As you saw before, this site is responsive, which means this map will show up on a mobile, so users on the go will be able to find you as well. Next, I want to show you how to add a nice grey background to this map, just to add that little extra appeal. To do that, go back into your WordPress dashboard. In Homepage, this is the area that corresponds to our map. Click on this little icon here for visual style. Leave everything as default except the background color. Now change that to hashtag F4 F4 F4. All that is, it's basically a hex code, which means it's a combination that relates to a particular color. Now every single color has its own hex code, and so the one that we'll be using for this light gray background is just that one there. Then hit done and save home page. There we go, we've got our light gray background and it looks much nicer. The next thing I really need to show you how to do is properly set up your pages so that you can link off to different sections, you can add headings, you can bold, italic. So I want to give you a rundown of that. You can go to Pages, All Pages, and that will show you a list of all your pages that you have created. You can add new, or you can edit an existing page. So let's call this service 1, and I will find some dummy text to enter in here. Now if you click on this bit here, you'll see that you can actually change this from a heading. You can add a heading, such as a H3. You can also add images by simply dragging or dropping from your PC, or uploading files, or selecting an image already existing in your gallery. Now you can edit that image so that it shows the full size and not a minimized version. Update, and you can align left, center, right, and you can also remove the link, and you can add links. Now if you wanted to add a link to one of the other pages on your site, all you need to do is go back into All Pages. Say we want to link to this one here. Just copy and paste all of this. Insert link, and you can choose to open in a new window. You can also choose to make this a full width page. Now if I view that page, that's exactly what it will look like. So as you can see, in this instance, the image has taken up a lot of space. That's obviously because I'm using this as an example. You need to figure out what you need to put on your website pages and work from there. I'll set up this website myself a little later. You'll see what's possible. I've shown you how to do everything. Now you'll be able to go in and successfully edit, update, or add new items to your home page or inner pages. So if I just change these as well. Keep in mind, if you change the title, you may also need to edit the URL extension, and you can do that easily. And if you change that, you'll have to change any other links that you have pointing to that particular page. So just keeping that in mind. It's good to set them up properly from the beginning so you won't need to make too many changes. Now you'll see here just another WordPress site comes up in the data over here. That can be easily changed. Go into Settings, General. For site title, you can put your business name and just delete that tagline, or you can have that as well. And save changes. There you go. The next thing I'd like to show you is if you go into one of your inner pages, one that's not a full width, and that's the default template with a sidebar, you'll notice that there are some default sidebar items in here which we really don't need. Let's remove that and put some other stuff in there. I'll show you how to do that. So back into your WordPress dashboard, go into Appearance and Widgets. Now, under the sidebar tab, each one of these items correspond to these bits and pieces here. So we need to go in and delete all of these. There we go, the sidebar is empty, so that's reflected there. The first thing I'll show you how to do is put in some social media buttons. So scroll down and go to Vantage Social Media. Simply drag and drop into the sidebar area there. Give that a title, for example, Connect with Us. And here you'll enter your own Facebook page URL. For example, ours is facebook.com/eMediaCoach. You'll have your own Facebook URL for your business. If not, it's free to set one up. Same for Twitter and Google+. If you don't want any of these to appear, just leave them blank. So I'll leave this RSS area blank. That icon will not appear. I'll tick to open in a new window and save. There you go, looking better already. So users can come in and link off to your Facebook, Twitter, Google+, The next thing to do is go to plugins, add new. I'll get you to install a plugin called Black Studio. That's the one there. Install now. And activate. Now go back into your Appearance widget section we were just in. There'll be a new tab in here called, it will be called either Black Studio or it'll be called Visual Editor. So look out for one of those. Drag and drop that into the sidebar area. In here you could do absolutely anything you want. You could add some images, you can add text, you can do anything you want that you would normally do with a text editor, and that would appear in the sidebar section just under here. For now, I'll enter some text. And click Save. There we go. Next, go in and add a button. Drag and drop that under the visual editor. Of course, these are all examples of what you can do. You can feel free to do what I'm doing or select anything else that's available from these available widgets. It's completely customizable and up to you. So for this, I'll put click here. And say, for example, we had a page that was already set up on our website. That was the destination URL. We would put that in. So for now, I'm just going to use this as an example. You can open it in a new window. When the user clicks, you can align the button. I'll leave it to left. And you can apply a different style. I'll choose the green. Click Save. There you go. So the user can click that and they'll be taken to that page. If you wanted to change the order of any of these, that's very simple. Simply just go in and drag and drop to rearrange in the order required. There you go. It's as easy as that. The next thing I'll show you how to add is another map in the sidebar. Go down and look for the text widget. Drag and drop that in. Go to maps.google.com. As per before, put in your exact business address. As an example, I'll use 5th Avenue, New York. But your exact street address will be necessary, so users can easily find you. Once that's come up, click on the gear icon, and same as before, share and embed map, embed a custom size, and since this is a small map that will be in the sidebar, let's go with 250 by 250. And you can use trial and error for the best size. So copy that, go in and paste that here. There you go, as easy as that. Of course, you can use the sidebar area to do anything you want. I'm showing you a few examples of what is possible. Next, I want to show you how to add a contact form on this page. So go back into your dashboard, go to plugins, add new. Search for a contact plugin called Contact Form 7. That's the one we want there. Contact Form 7 is actually an easy to use plugin. What it does is set up a contact form on a page of your site so that when a user submits that form, you receive a notification in your email inbox and you can reply directly back to the client. So hit install now. And activate. Now a tab called Contact will appear. Click on that. Click on Contact Form 1. Now this here is what your form will be structured like. It will contain a field for name, email, subject, and message, and a send button. You can leave that as is, no need to change that. But in this section here, ensure that the email address here is your email address that you want to receive notifications when a customer submits a message. This is what the structure of that email will be. It will contain the from customer name, the subject they use, and the body of the message. So just make sure that email address is correct. You can leave the rest as it is. Now scroll up. There's a little tag in here. What you need to do is copy this entire tag. Then on the page that you want to set up the contact form, in our case it's the About Us page. We want to place that form just under the phone and address sections. So if I just enter here and paste that tag, hit update, and refresh that page. There you go, there's your contact form. So customer will come in, and so after a customer enters their information and hits the send button, there'll be a confirmation message here. Your message was sent successfully. You'll receive that message in the email address you have in the contact form area here. That should be your email address. And if you wanted to change the message that's shown after a successful submission, just change this bit here, or you could leave that as default. Once you get that email, you can just hit the reply button and reply directly to the customer's email, because they will have entered their email address when they submitted the form. So it's as easy as that. It's the simplest and easiest way to implement a contact form on your business website. Before I finish, guys, there's one more thing I really need to add, and that is that this tutorial here is not the complete tutorial for what you can do with your WordPress website. There are things we've left out on purpose because they are available in other shorter tutorials on our channel. Things such as changing your logo to your business logo, adding a background image to your website in this area here, or a different background color, adding more homepage boxes, adding a contact form on your contact page, just so customers can easily fill that form out, and that will shoot through to your email and you can reply straight back to the customers. So there are things like this that we've covered in other videos in our YouTube channel, but we haven't covered here. Reason being, I want to keep this as short as possible and as easy as possible. So please do visit those other videos. They'll be extremely helpful and you'll be able to finish all those little tasks in about 2 to 3 minutes each. So I hope that's made it easy for you. In this short tutorial, I've shown you how to set up your own professional looking website with a nice drop down menu, a nice slider image feature, some data on your home page. You can add more sections if you want, just follow what I did earlier in this video, and a dynamic Google map to help customers find you easily. Please thumbs up this video on YouTube. It's very important for us because it helps spread the word, and word of mouth is very important to this channel because we can keep producing these videos as long as other people are interested and they're finding them useful. Please ask any questions in the comments below. We'll be more than happy to answer. I'm sure other people have the same question as you, so it would be great if you ask in the comments so that we can answer everyone's question at one time and build up a kind of knowledge bank. I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for watching.